Hi, my name's Dee and welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now I've called these readings triple conjunction season because we have the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction perfecting, as Mercury and Neptune are coming conjunct, as Mars and Saturn are conjunct. So we have a triple conjunction going on, 3 being the number of the goddess, the urge to move forward, the urge to make changes. And interestingly, they are in Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces. So they're in 1/4 of the chart. They are forming an arrow, focusing in on the Earth. So it made me go and have a look at what the difference was. So obviously Neptune one side, Pluto the other, from 19 degrees Pisces, which is a manifestation number, to 24 degrees Capricorn, which escapes me right now what that number's about, but I have discussed it loads on my video. But anyway, the interesting thing is the angular distance between them is 55 degrees. Angel number 55. The message in that apparently is time to let go of the old, release all the old doubts, fears and everything. It will be replaced with something better. And this is just coming off of the energy. It's not quite within orb, but the septile, which is 1/7 of the zodiac ecliptic. Now, normally an orb of 1 degree is allowed for this, but I thought that, you know, it's well worth looking at. It's the only prime number aspect of division of the zodiac, which is an inexact number, and it is a mystical aspect that indicates the hidden flow of energies between the planets involved, often involving spiritual or energetic sensitivity and awareness of finer and more subtle hidden levels of reality involving the planets in septile aspects. Now, that to me sounds quite stunning, especially coupled with that angel message of time to let go of the old, let the new come in, release the old doubts and fears. So I'm not going to look at each individual conjunction. I've got a few other videos for that. Having said that, there is not enough hours in the day for me to do tarot scopes and readings based on every conjunction that is attracting my attention at the moment. So I decided to combine all 3. There is a Jupiter-Pluto series I've just done. I'm hoping to look at the Mars-Saturn. Neptune and Mercury might be left all on its own, but we'll see. Now, as usual, this is a bulk introduction. There's a timestamp down below, so you can fast forward to the reading. I would like you to look at your sun sign, obviously, because that's the first one we're always drawn to. Your rising sign being the most important in ancient astrology. But to be quite honest, right now, I think Jupiter, Neptune, Pluto, certainly Neptune and Pluto, there's not going to be a huge difference for all of us. You could combine those 2 signs into a communal reading, no doubt. Collective reading, sorry. But have a look at your Mars. This is the driving force between everything, and this is in the centre of the 3 conjunctions, Saturn and Mars together, entering into new, airy, rebellious Aquarius. So we can open lots and lots of gateways for us now. Yeah, the majority of us are stuck at home in isolation. But what did it say about those septile energies? Let me just read that again. A mystical aspect that involves a hidden flow of energies between the planets involved, involving spiritual or energetic sensitivity and awareness of finer and more subtle hidden levels of reality. What we can put into place now, what we can bring together, even if it's just in our thought space on the astral level, will end up manifesting, certainly if it is in our interest, if it is something that will be better, not just for us, but for the whole world. Remember, there's a lot of outer planets here: Neptune, Jupiter, Pluto, Saturn. So this is stuff that is affecting us personally and society as a whole. And let's face it, turn on the news and you can see exactly what I mean. Very, very briefly, because try to be careful, but avoid the fear. as all of the teachers, the astrologers and everybody are talking about at the moment. So if you don't know what your moon, your rising, your Mars sign is, there's a link down below in the description to go and get yourself a free birth chart from Cafe Astrology. Then obviously there is a link to my Facebook group, where I post not just these videos, but all the astrology videos that I'm watching, and ever so often something else that I find quite interesting as well, that obviously along the line of more esoteric studies. If it means anything to you, do comment down below. Please press subscribe for me or any other reader or astrologer or whoever on YouTube. The subscriptions really, really help our channels and, in my terms eventually, but in their terms, help keep the channels going. So on that note, I've given you your standard YouTube lecture, so let me bring up the cards. And welcome Scorpio rising, moon and Mars after the timestamp. Now, what I didn't say in the introduction is that all these three conjunctions are occurring during the period of the waxing moon, during the period of the increase of the light of the moon and anything else that you are wanting to increase under that light. This is straight after the North Node has been activated by passing over the eclipse point of the lunar eclipse in January of 4 degrees Cancer. So your future, your destiny has been given a huge charge of quite transformative energy. And I think you are feeling that at the moment and maybe not taking kindly to it. But I have a message to help you with this. During all this time, which is probably what has made things doubly difficult for you, Scorpio, has been the Black Moon, Lilith and Chiron conjunction in Aries, giving you the urge to push forward with allowing secrets and old wounds to rise to the surface, to be aired and to become healed. So hopefully you have had the opportunity to do exactly that and to do the healing. Now, what I am going to tell you now is release all attachment. You know, easily done as said, honest. But there may be certain goals that you have been attached to, certain desires that you have been attached to. Surrender them. Not as in give up on them, but surrender them as in go, okay, universe, I've given it a go so far, your turn. Because there is an immensely creative, abundant energy around you at the moment, just waiting to manifest, and there's information coming to you. So yes, maybe do some magic. Take your desires, throw them into a candle, and then let them go. Simply dismiss, as any magician will tell you. Get the focus of your desires, send them into the flame, and dismiss. And then it doesn't matter, because you know that they either are going to happen or they're not, and you have no more power over what that result is. You just have to wait and see, because you just spent your power on it, and constantly working towards it even further serves no more purpose than to poke the bear, when the bear is somewhere that you've sent it somewhere to go somewhere and do something. So if you keep poking it, how's it going to get on with what you've sent it to do with? But this opens up your field. Oh, excuse the pun with the Akashic field, but this opens up the field for you to allow good things to come in. And all you need to do is be fair, because you have the opportunity with Barith here for everything that you touch turning to gold. But you have to be fair. There is an intense sense of justice here. We have the Archangel Michael. I stand for justice and truth, and I live from my integrity. But bear in mind that Archangel Michael is the Archangel of protection. When you are feeling more negative entities around you, or negative emotions, or what have you, you can ask the Archangel Michael to send down his fiery column of protection. Or his column of fire and protection, or however you word it. But he will always heft his sword in your defence. But you need to be fair, because I'm going to get to this Two of Swords because I'm not getting the traditional meaning from it at all. I feel that there are going to be some secrets that come to light that are in your interest. It's not going to be a secret that's revealed and it's the end of the soap opera moment. Oh my God, you've got a twin sister who's evil and come back from the dead or whatever, you know, like a soap opera moment. It's some secrets that are revealed that make you go, oh, I wish I'd known that a bit sooner. But actually, that explains a lot and now I can move forward. So these secrets are a relief rather than a shock. And I'm getting this from this Ten of Swords here, which is putting an end to an issue for you. There is something that you can put to one side. So while you're casting all your wishes and your desires into that candle, maybe have a second candle where you say goodbye to a few things. Because this is what this whole Capricorn season, and I don't mean the star sign season, I mean having half the solar system in Capricorn season has been about. Breaking down structures, destroying things. We have the Pluto and Jupiter conjunction still going on at the moment. I think it perfects on April the 4th. I think all of this perfects on April the 4th, to be quite honest. So Jupiter allows you to build on the wreckage of what Pluto has torn away. That was how, I think it was Astrology with Heather. Anyway, it's on the Facebook page. I posted it. I've posted a lot of videos since, but I've posted it. I think that was what she said anyway. But Jupiter allows you to expand through the wreckage that Pluto has left. Pluto loves bringing secrets to the surface, revealing liars. It really loves revealing and breaking this stuff. It really loves seeing justice be done. And with Saturn being empowered by Mars in Aquarius, looking for the new, looking for the way to ground innovative new ideas, but Saturn also quite likes justice. So having that impetus now to see justice be done, you can find that all of a sudden a new circumstance springs into being almost fully formed. And it will not be what you asked for, and it will not be something that you was working towards. It will be something that makes you go, oh, wow, how did that happen? This is a positive thing, by the way. You know, the way I just said that probably could sound quite negative, but no, it's a positive thing. Because straight after this Ten of Swords, we have the Sun. And I'm not getting anything about children about it this time or anything like that. What I'm actually drawn to is the horse and the horse bowing its head. The massive power of that horse bowing its head to you, saying, my power is your power. I am using my power in your defense. I am using your power by your will. Just as the Archangel Michael does when he sends down his column of fire and protection. We finish with the Two of Swords. And I've seen some really interesting discussions in readings recently about the Two of Swords. Now, this one, she looks like she's dressed in some form of ball gown or court outfit, but there's maybe armour on her arms. She has the massive raging sea behind her as she's sat on her stone throne, and the moon illuminates her from behind. But also notice the sun is just coming up over the horizon at the very same time. So I feel, well, there's a lot of things I feel here. I feel like she's waiting. She's simply waiting to come into operation. And when she comes into operation, she'll be slicing away anything that is not needed, because this woman may be in a ball gown, but she is ninja. Because for some reason, and I'm showing my spod nature again, she's reminding me of the posture of the Raston robot back in the 1980s Five Doctors movie, TV special, whatever you want to call it, that would be perfectly still until it heard the movements, and then its arms would flash out and these javelin things would just appear out of nowhere and hit whatever the target would be. And it was lethal, absolutely lethal. And this is empowered by the magic of the moon. It is empowered by the other thing it reminds me of, by her hair, or maybe the weird collar thing she's got behind her, is Betsy Braddock, Captain Britain's sister out of the X-Men, who also got transformed into a ninja. You know, so there is on two levels I'm getting the same message. There is nothing that she doesn't need to see. That's why she's confident to sit there ready, on guard, with her blindfold on. She is simply waiting there for the signal to let that water crash in, because that water is under her command. That has to be, I've got something like this similar from the Two of Swords before, but that's the strongest I have ever got it, because I'm sorry, but this, I don't even know what occult significances relate to the Two of Swords, you know, in terms of angels or goetic spirits or what have you. But whoever they are, they know their stuff and they are powerful. This is incredible. This is a beautiful ending. It also indicates that you can't see what's coming, as is told you by this wishing well, as is told you by the revelation of secrets that you are not aware yet. But whatever it is, the effect will be long lasting, with Sahaya here, with longevity. And it will be just. The Two of Swords with that polarity and the blindfold always reminds me of the Justice card, especially echoed here with being with the Archangel Michael, busy standing for justice and truth. Justice and truth, bear in mind that these secrets are being revealed, so the truth is coming out. This is a really strong reading. So, yeah, I think I'm so tempted to call it Be Ninja. So, Scorpio, another transformation for you, although this is not, for once, a reading saying you're all about transformation, transform already. No, you've done the transformation for the time being. Now you are opening up to allow the world to transform around you and to spring into being fully formed from a vibration of love. That's the other aspect of Aphrodite here. But basically, Scorpio, be ninja. So, if this means anything to you already, Scorpio, comment down below. You've heard my like, share, subscribe speech in the introduction. Join the Facebook group. You can see when I post my videos and other people's that may be useful for you. And you can contact me directly if you're interested in a personal reading from there. And my final words have to be ninja.